we saw that you started strong, having very nice Arab-Israeli war, very nice coup in Iran, but then things went sideways very, very quickly.
Well, for me, the first big problem was the Marshall Plan opening with my Europe scoring in hand. That
Yeah.
was pretty much unbeatable. I could try to beat the odds by making a coup in Italy, and ironically, I rolled the six, so maybe I
Yeah.
should have. But with 1 out of 6 chances, obviously, you don't really go for
Anyway,
that.
you never know with those. We were like talking about that. We were saying maybe he'll headline Nasser, maybe he'll uh, go for Europe scoring, but then we saw the Marshall setup, right? So we say, okay, Europe is out of the question, and you decided to go for the Arab Israeli instead of Nasser. I guess to keep Nasser in the deck for later.
It's not even for the deck, but just not to give a very good coup target for
Okay.
USA, because if they coup me out of Egypt, Egypt, they basically just gained 2 battlegrounds, right?
Yeah.
So cutting them off by the Arab Israeli was an obvious choice
Yeah.
from my perspective. If I win it, I'm 2 VPs ahead, which is always nice, but most importantly, I have the access and they don't, and I can just slowly drop the DEFCON. I also didn't get any access cards, so I figured that the Asia is pretty much doomed anyway. I
Hmm.
should just aim for
You
evening it
defended
out.
well there. You defended very decently there. I mean, you were a little lucky with that coup that didn't work out for him on Pakistan,
Right,
but
but he was holding Indo-Pakistani war, I believe, regardless. So he would have had the
yeah,
50-50 chance of taking it back.
Yeah,
that is
that
true.
was exactly my logic. So I figured he's gonna coup Pakistan, even if he succeeds, which I thought he can't have any more force really. He's played 2 already at this stage, and I had another one, so the probabilities of him getting another one was pretty low. So I figured even if he rolls high, then I have Indo-Pak, right? And if I get so unlucky that neither of those work out in my favor, then well,
What can you do, eh?
that's just the nature of the game, right? You need to make some limited risks, and that's very much
I have two things
like
that
as
I
well the
wanna get.
Korean War.
I have two things that I wanna get your I wanna pick your brain on. One is that
Mhm.
headline with puppet governments. We were commenting about it. That was definitely a game changer. You thought you were gonna have at least domination on South America, right? And he headlined puppet governments and just thwart your ambitions there. What turn was that?
Yeah,
Turn four, turn five?
I believe that was
Or
turn
turn for
4.
headline.
That's what I believe it was. Yeah, well, there was no really way to counter it. Even if I hadn't headline "We will bury you," even if I had just could, he would then play puppet government's IR1, right?
Yeah.
The
And
realign was very lucky to get you out of Venezuela.
well, this happens every now and then. It was Cuba that I first really
Oh,
had, because
oof.
in order to remove 3 VPs, you need to roll really high, and that's
Yeah.
what opened him an opening in Venezuela. So yeah, otherwise I would have sealed it probably, or at least had one battleground. I didn't really have many ops in turn 3, so I don't know how many could I invest then in Venezuela, but I think I could easily squeeze a couple of.
The other
I
thing
think
that.
I got.
Oh, sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. Continue, continue.
No, I think I got where I got really nicely outplayed, and for a lot of VPs was Africa.
Hmm.
So there was a super strong play with the mid turn, and this is the same turn, right? Nuclear
Yeah,
subs
turn for
could out,
AR4.
and that's all. And meanwhile, I had a pretty low op hand with lots of problematic 2 ops, so well, I couldn't really create any threats to counter that. I couldn't break any battlegrounds. I couldn't threaten access to other countries. I was just trying to get through with turn 4.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that was definitely rough. And the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is like, well, we were expecting him to be aggressive on the spacing, but oh boy, on turn four he was already like on the sixth space.
Well, he hit he succeeded on every space roll. That's why, and obviously Sankt plays very aggressively there, and to a very good effect, because he scored like 2, 4. You can see my mouse, right? 7, 11 victory points there, and I scored 1. So he got ahead by 10 victory points in
Yeah.
the space
So
race.
half
That's
of
hell of a
his.
point.
I mean, they say it's a sixth continent, right? The space is the
Yes.
sixth continent.
Seventh continent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seventh region
seven. Sorry.
anyway. Yeah, and that's right, because you can score easily 2 European dominations out there, as you can see.
Sorry, I was thinking when we're in school in Spain, they don't teach us that there's a North America, South America. They teach us America is a whole continent. So
And they
Antarctica would be the
definitely didn't
sixth,
teach
but
you
Antarctica's
that
not here.
space race is a continent, did they?
Yeah, they did not teach me that for sure. I can tell you that. Okay, so what else do we have here? What else? Do you think after June 4 it was already done? We were talking about maybe he can pull off terrorism with Ortega. I don't know.
That's what I was aiming for at this stage, honestly. I figured I had a very good combination of the China cards. I got Nixon out of the game, and then I got both of the China cards in my hand. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna definitely play Yuzuri, even just let him put 4 influence points in Asia, and then snatch the China card with my own event, and let's hope for the best, right? Let's hope I get aims, he gets some Defcon suicides. He defectored aims anyway. But didn't matter. He didn't even draw any of the Defcon suicide cards, and that was anyway just Hail Mary kind of play, right? Just trying to squeeze whatever I can.
Yeah, we were like, there was something also a little bit controversial for us. He decided to play Glassnode and give you 2 VPs when he actually could have won by playing what was it? Europe scoring, right? He went to 18 by playing Europe scoring when he had Glassnode in hand, right? So what Hassan said is that, well, maybe he was like threatened by Panama, and that's why he.
Or Central America scoring possibility that would have flipped it back.
Do you
So,
know?
if you could Panama successfully, that's already 2 victory points just for Panama, and another 2 for taking away the domination, and potentially another 2 for gaining the domination yourself. So the logic behind this move, in my opinion, is that you're still running to risk of losing by Ortega and terrorism. So you want to make sure that I don't get a couple of victory points, taking him very far from out of victory by victory points. So he figured, okay, I'm just gonna give up on 2 victory points, not to lose 6 in the longer term, in case I have the scoring. That's what I think he was thinking, but well, you need to ask Kris, I guess.
I would like to, but he hasn't responded to the email that I sent. So okay, he has responded. Let me see if I can get him somewhere. Um, Maybe we can interview him off stream later.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I have to download WeChat if he's willing to.
Also, I'm not sure about the timelines too. I feel like in China, I think.
Yeah, China is pretty late now, right?
Right.
For
Maybe we
sure,
could
it must
actually
be
do it
around
tomorrow.
11
Go
p.m.
through. I'm exchanging emails with him. So let's wrap up here, and then maybe we can come back later and talk to him maybe tomorrow or whatever, something like that. And I would love to see his side of the story, because yeah, at this
Yeah, that would
point,
be fascinating.
yeah, Hassan and I were like, well, Hassan was a little bit more optimistic for you. He was like, well, who knows, maybe he can come back. I was like, well, I think terrorism plus Ortega is a pretty good out here.
Yeah, that was the only thing left at this stage, definitely. Particularly since the Africa was lost as well, and I didn't even have any idea how to get back at some of the regions. Right, Europe was with NATO, and the Reformer wasn't really worth a lot of influence points, with US being in lead. So
Yeah.
it was really tough. Korean War got discarded too. And this is very Kris-like. He takes South Korea if he has the Korean War in hand, and then just space it.
Yeah.
Which is, as opposed to what you usually see, is say you play CNWAR played for the event, you hope you lose, and then you fill it up. But he did the opposite by spacing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you do lose it, even if you put two influence points back, then the first priority for the USSR player is just to take it. Even with the
Right.
China card, very often I see it happening. That's the way it's played recently. Because once the word is out, the South Korea is pretty stable. It's free IPs and absolutely no event that would cause it to be flipped like India.
Yeah.
Right, and it's important later on as well for Soviets shoot down Cal. So
Yeah,
Yep,
that is very true. Also,
All right.
you had like a little
Really sorry,
bit.
but
You have to go.
time for me to go actually. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. That's more or
Thank
less
you.
what I expected the game to take. Thanks a lot for this stream. Thanks a lot for all the exciting opportunities around the game. And I hope every other game we play now in the in this All Stars event will also be a good one, and you could probably also just stream it. I hope
I
it will be a
think
good
I think
start
we
for
will.
all of the other games.
hopefully we'll try. And thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you for your
I know we
time.
kept you a little late, but yeah, it was really interesting to see two great players go at it, and to be able to comment on it was pretty cool. So yeah,
We have one more. Well, Janusz can go, and thank you so much for your
Yes, sir.
time and for
Thank
everything.
you.
thank you.
We're
Bye.
gonna make an announcement for the next game. That is going to be. Let me
Ooh,
look at it. Uh, oh, I had it over here. Oh yeah, we have Hervé Godinot, which is the lead of the France division,
16 and
playing.
4 with an 80% win percentage.
Oh boy, another very very good player. And oh, he's the one that has 100% win rate with the USA, right?
Yes, 10 and 0.
And then we're gonna have him against Felix on the USSR. So that's gonna be it's like one very good USA player against a one very good USSR player. So that's gonna
Right.
be very exciting. The time has not been set yet, so we don't know exactly when it's gonna be. But I'm sure Baskemax will make sure that everybody is notified of the timing and the schedule of this. I think we will be here, unless I will be here. I hope that Hassan can join me again.
Hopefully, yeah. Looking forward to it.
And I think we're gonna shut it down here so I can go work a little bit on the production and maybe upload it to YouTube later in the game, in the day. Sorry. So thank you, Hassan, for joining me here. Thank you,
No, pleasure.
everybody.
Pleasure
That
was all mine. Thank you. You put in a lot of work into setting up the production and the streaming and the scheduling, and yeah, it was really cool to be able to do this. And I'm looking forward to next game. Actually,
And I'm looking forward for the next one too. This has been really fun, and I hope that we can get to do every single one of the games, at least on the All Star, and then we'll see from there. You know, we'll see the reception because it's a lot of work, and uh, I mean, if nobody's, I mean, we've been having like
I mean, I saw 23 viewers at one
yeah,
point.
it went down a
That's a
little
decent.
bit after the game was gone, but yeah, it definitely there's been some good reception, and I want to thank you everybody that was here until the end and stay for the after game, you know, for the after game analysis. So thank you guys to you guys that got to the very end, and again, see you on the next one.
Yeah, bye guys.
Bye.